John, did you manage it?
Oh, sorry. I was muted on Discord this entire time. Let me set up my.
Oh, John, I think I know. You got the.
Oh, sorry.
I know it. Maybe it was me. It should be good now. Okay, let's start up,
Okay.
people. John, did you had all your YouTube browsers closed? Because I think that was the
Yeah.
problem.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have anything. I don't think I have anything open.
Okay, great.
Um,
I'm not hearing
on TeamViewer though.
double
Okay.
again
Are
now.
we? Are we good on audio now?
Yes, we are good in the audio, so
Okay.
let's start up and let me
Awesome.
switch
All right.
screens because I think most people want to see the BitMEX site first. Um, okay.
All right. Are we all set here? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll just run over that intro again. I'm John. So, I tried a lot of bots in the past, but they all lack certain features one way or the other. So, there's stability, especially on an exchange like BitMEX, where you have overloads and you miss orders. And then the ease of use, ease of setting it up, and then really importantly, the amount of control and flexibility that you have in the orders. So that's that part on the bot side, but also there's another side is the exchanges. So the exchanges are great to place orders from, but I find that I like features from Exchange A, but Exchange B doesn't offer it, and then vice versa. So like on Coinbase, you can just click on a chart and then it prices your order, all that stuff. On Binance, you can set like 25% of your balance in an order, just little convenience features. So that was the motivation behind making this bot. So this is Trexen. Trexen is acronym for the Trade Execution Engine. So from here, you can do anything you can do on an exchange really, and also of course automate it because it's a bot, so it can execute your signals automatically. So with this bot, it will also save you time in manual ordering as well. So it's really the best of all worlds. So if you're a manual trader or you're an auto trader, I mean, this is for you. So a disclaimer, this is a beta software. We have not released it yet. There will be some minor changes before release, but pretty much everything is here right now.
Yes.
So this is the this is the bot. This is the console showing all the activity that's happening in the bot. So this is showing my BitMEX account, which currently doesn't have anything going on right now. There's no orders or anything. So it shows pretty much what you would see. You have this handy. I really like this part over here on BitMEX, so you can see your whole account in terms of positions, percentages. Right now, nothing's there right now. So I have three markets over here right now configured. You can have more, but I like to reduce the amount of unnecessary data so it runs faster. And then some handy dandy color coded balance histories over here, so you can at a glance very easily tell what's going on with your account, with your profits. Of course, this is a testnet account. This is not real Bitcoin. Um, and then, so we're just gonna jump right into starting to place some orders. So this is all pretty familiar. Let's see. So the best, in my opinion, the most powerful part of this bot is this box over here. So this is the ordering interface here. So you can, again, like I mentioned before, you can set your leverage. So I'm gonna set it to like 15, and it does what you would normally see on the exchange. I don't have a position open right now. So let's just start by placing an order. So I want to place a limit order, right? So I'm taking a page from Binance's book where you can do percentages. So I can set up, say I want to do 25% of my wallet. I want to place an order 3% away from the current price. So this is smart and knows that if it's a buy, 3% means it's 3% below. So I can also enter in a price here, and just do an absolute price. But for this demo, I'm going to say I want a limit order 1% below my current price. So I'm going to place this order. Confirmation dialog. Here we are. Order is on the exchange. and it calculated a little bit of rounding, but 25% of your wallet. So the other really nice thing about this is when you're trading a lot of different pairs, a problem you can run into is that it doesn't set a specific amount of balance for your order. So if you keep making orders, you can use up a lot of your coin, and you don't want to do that because then you can't trade other coins. So I have this concept of max position. So max position will allocate only this specific amount of your wallet towards this market. So right now I'm going to set this to say I only want to set say 35%. So I only want to trade 35% of my wallet towards Bitcoin. So let's start placing some more orders. All right, so you see, normally if I set another 25% order, I would have 50% of my wallet burned out. So since I set this max position limit, I'm capped at the 35% I set previously. All right, so as I mentioned before, you can do pretty much everything you can do on the exchange and more. So some extra features are something like a BE stop. This is a break-even stop. So what this stop will do is once you place it, it will calculate your average entry, and then it'll place a stop at your average entry. And then you can also define a price. So they say, I want to be 1% in profit from my average entry. So it will do so. And also another nice thing is sometimes you want to calculate how much of your position you want to close. So let's cancel all of our orders first. All right, so orders are all canceled. We're gonna do a market order. Let's do 10x market order. Let's go to 50%. Whatever, just 50%. All right, so we're gonna open a long with half of our wallet. Cool, we got half of our wallet. So now we're going to do a nice little calculation that the bot can do. So say I want to close, half of that position, right? So let's close our position, our long position, say 2% away from the current price. So I'm going to do so. So the bot automatically calculated. Let's refresh all of our data. Let's see. Positions. So it's tracking all the, it's tracking obviously your position that you would see on the exchange just from the interface. So it knows that, to match this order saying that I want to close, I close 100% of it. I actually only meant to close half of it. So let's say I only want to close half of it. So we're going to close half of it, give or take. There we go. That's what I meant to do. All right, so you see it automatically calculated saying, hey, I have this number of contracts. I want to close half of it. So it just does all of that for you. So really powerful part is this order set. I won't bore you too much with the little intricacies of the orders, but that's just a quick demo of some things that are possible. There's a lot more. I can go on for quite a while about all the things you can do here. I'm just going to jump right into the next feature, which is the order sets. So you see here, I have a saved order set. So this saved order set will allow me to place all those orders at once. So let's just set this up. So I'm going to execute this full order set of BTC long that I saved earlier. So it gives you a little confirmation about everything. Just like that, we placed the order. Actually, I had a position open and I only allocated 33% towards this order. So it says, hey, you have too much coin. I'm not going to buy any more. So I just placed the rest of it. So it was smart to do that. I didn't mean to do that, but this is the bot catching my mistakes. So I'm going to cancel all the orders. I'm actually also going to close my position first. So I'm going to market close my entire position so you can get the full effect here. So I'm going to close my long position here. Close my long position. Great. Okay, long position is closed. Let's try that again. Full order set. All right, so now you see the full glory here. So we had a bunch of spread limit orders here, and then profit taking and a stop, all automatically calculated based on ratios, price percentages, and how much you have in your wallet at this particular time. And then, so another nice calculation that it does is it calculates how much a stop should be. So say you want to place a stop between these two orders over here. So I would say stop sell at, what is that, 3,500. So it knew to calculate that, okay, price is here, you got two limit orders in between, so that means this stop should just be the sum of these two orders. So again, lots of things to make your life easier.
Yeah, and then of
So
course the trading view feature. If you type
yeah,
in this name in your trading view alert, all these orders will be executed right away on your buy, on your sell alert in trading
yeah.
view.
So we can now go into the alert, the bot part, because you want to trade these things automatically. So I'm going to cancel all the orders, start fresh again. So say we want to trigger this from, trading view. So Jordy, could you do me a favor and set up a alert? You just use that test alert I had earlier and set me up with a BTC long alert.
I will just give
I'll let
you
you take over.
I will just
Okay,
give you
yeah, great.
this thing.
Okay, so I have a
It's not
handy
there. It's
dandy.
not there.
Okay,
You
that's
need
cool.
to
So
create it.
I'm gonna create an alert here. So I'm just going to pretend like this executed. So an easy way to do that is alert greater than 0. And we're gonna say BTC long, right? So I create this alert. I'll wait for it to execute. Bam, BTC long. All right, so let's check and see what happened. Lo and behold, it got a BTC long signal instantly, and it just sent it all over. So you can do this in the traditional approach as well through an email. Um, there are some other nice features too that I've added on the email side. Is you can send an email, and then it will track what the last order was for a particular coin. So say you sent a Bitcoin order, and then your script gives you extra buy signals. It repaints, it does something weird. You get multiple buy signals. So a couple things to go around that. The max position will make sure that you never overbuy, you never overspend what you plan to spend for this trading pair. And also, there's a built-in feature to ignore duplicates. So if it gets a duplicate email for a Bitcoin order, then it just ignores it as well. So lots of layers of security here. All right, let's see. What else do we need to go over here? I think that is pretty much it for BitMEX. Yeah. All right, Jordy, you want to
Yes, that is the BitMEX
pull up
side.
the
So let's go over
Binance?
to the Binance side. Before I had my screen open for an hour, I think, and we already saw the bot making some trades in profit, and it sold right before I drop at the waves. Let me go over to my other screen. So let me see, where is the bot? That's here. So I have set up some alerts for you on BNB, Wave, ZIL, Link, Theta, Nano, and it was already trading these pairs. What happened here in the trading history? You also see it bought 2 times, but that is because some script settings. Um, Oh, wait, where is my other screen now? 1 second. So this bot was already running from TradingView alerts. And what it does, just like in the BitMEX side, we made combined orders. If a buy alert goes off on your TradingView, like here, it did go off there. It would have put a market order for 5% of my wallet. And right after it, it placed a stop at a 2% lower than the current price. So even if the script is failing or whatever, you're always safe because of your stop loss. And with the sell, the same things. Because if we go over to the sell, let's go over to the sell. You see that it will first cancel the stop limit order, and then it will just market sell all your positions of that coin. Uh, Binance have some nice extra features like the liquidation. Uh, if you see a drop in BTC, you never will be able to sell all your coins at once and go over to USDT. With this function, you can sell all your coins to BTC and to USD at once.
It's really also any quote currency as well. If you click that drop
Yes,
down, you can see
you
it's
can
just whatever your coin of
d-
choice.
do it to whatever base
So
pair
say,
you want.
yeah, like you're really bullish on Bitcoin and alts are taking a beating. I think all of us that was in the market last year know how that feels. And so you just want to say, hey, I'm dumping everything. I'm going to ride the BTC train because everybody else is doing it. So you could do the same for Ethereum as well, and really any other quote currency.
Yes. Also in the Binance thing, because yeah, this bot is also good for manual traders, because a lot of traders yeah, buy and they need to watch and sit down the screen, and a lot of premium members out of our Signal channel knows this problem, because at Binance you can only place a market limit and you cannot place your limit at your target price where you want to sell. So also this bot will help you with that. Um, Maybe you can show me what it was. Oh, yeah, it was it's here. It's the trailing stop. Can you explain a little bit of that
Yeah,
feature,
so
John?
trailing stop is taking a page from BitMEX's book. You know, on BitMEX you have a thing called a trailing stop. So what the trailing stop does is you have a stop by your entry, right? So say, yeah, I'm gonna come over to your chart here for a little demo here. So say you entered here and you have a stop here, just a little bit below. So then the price goes up, moves up, moves up. You took some profit, but still your stop is down here. So what the trailing stop does is as the price moves in your favor, it will continually update the stop higher and higher and higher to make sure that you lock in those profits. So that's what trailing stop is if you're not familiar with the concept. So that's, you know, one of the core philosophies of this bot is I'm taking the best from all worlds. You know, I see a nice thing on one exchange, I see a nice thing on another exchange, whatever feature. I want to make sure that you can do all these nice things on any exchange that you want. We're starting with just BitMEX and Binance to begin with, but of course we will be rolling out expansion onto other exchanges, um, you know, Bitfinex, Bittrex, whatever, what have you. And I will preserve all these nice features that I've accumulated in the current version onto all those other exchanges. So those trailing stops, you know, calculate all those nice calculations, order sets, all the features, you can apply them to any exchange. So this is really going to become a one-stop shop for if you're a manual trader or if you're an automated trader, whatever. It has everything you need and it's all there.
Yes. So let's go over to the bot again, and it's basically the same as the as the BitMEX GUI, and
Hmm.
we can just create some orders also on this one just to show you how it works a little bit. Like if we want to buy an TNT and we just want to place a limit, we want to place a limit. Oh wait, let me make it new. Let's say we want to place a limit order at 1% below the price. You can do it automated also, because if an alert goes off, it will also place your limits. The only thing what you need to do is place a cancel at your sell alert. So let's say we want to make a whole list of orders we can just put a limit for 1% below that price, and also we can do at 2.5. And if it's not getting picked up after that, we can also just do a market buy. We can also set a market buy behind it. And because you want to be safe, you always put a stop loss behind that. So now you got a full order set, and it's like in 1 second. Let me open the orders here so you can see what happens. Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. I'm also gonna show. Actually, we probably want to do a. Um, sorry, hold on. We want to do a stop market for this one over here.
Oh wait, I did the
So
wrong
that
one.
means, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
good
Do
that
a
you saw
stop
it.
market here.
Yeah,
So
it's the stop.
let me just jump in here really quick too. Something you can also do is well, I guess right now you already have all these other orders here, but you can do something like this where say you want to place order on the bid, right? So you can add an order with 0%. Oh, well, I mean, this is going to be on this is a stop market. Whoops. On this. So say you want a limit order and then you want to buy at 0%, right? So we're going to add this order. We got to buy here. So also we want to make sure that these are buys. So it's very easy to just go back and, update all your
Update.
orders. Yeah, I want to mark it buy here. So you can make all these changes, save it, whatever. So we're going to do what is like TNT buy, right?
Doesn't really matter how you name it. That is
Yeah, yeah,
your choices. So
yeah.
let's say we want, normally we have a buy alert at TradingView or a sell alert at TradingView, but you can also execute it like here. You can do just one and you press on the current order, and you can also press on the full order set. So it will execute all these things right away. And as you see, they pop up one by one. And I have to say, my internet connection here is a little bit low. It's the best thing to run this thing, of course, on a VPN with a high-speed internet connection. It's always stable. It will never fail. Because, yeah, as you see, it will take some seconds now, and that's because of my internet connection.
But for all intents and purposes, for any trading, this is more than enough speed. And
Yes.
with that direct integration into TradingView, you do shave quite a few seconds off compared to receiving an email.
Yeah, with email, it's a little bit of you will have a little bit of delay. So yeah, let's just cancel all these cancel all the orders, and let's go over to the trading view chart where we just had some buys and some sells, and we can go over to the history. Um, let's say we have had a buy on TNT and a buy on the sell chart. Let's go over to there. Yeah, so later on I will go more into the script size and I will explain you what all these things means and whatever. So we just had a buy here and it executed, and we had a buy on TNT. Where is it? TNT. Oh, I think I accidentally closed that one. Oh no, that was the limit. That was a cancel of the limit. Okay, no problem. So yeah, at Waves, I know we booked some profits at Waves before we started. So yeah, we had a buy here, and right before the drop, it sold, and it was a very quick drop. So we made a quick 3%, and the price when the alert went off was at 8198, and then we go back to the Binance side. It was Waves, yeah, it was Waves. So it sold at 8044. So it sold a little bit below on this one, but that was because of this quick drop. I watched it happening and it was really quick. So yeah, you can't do anything about it. And what I already told you before, it's my internet connection. So it was not instantly and I had a little bit of delay, and that's why it sold not here right at this thing. So with a good internet connection, you would have sold around these crosses. I have
So
test.
another
Yeah,
another important thing regarding speed is you want to try to locate your bot close to the exchange servers. So what I mean by that is, for example, if you're trading BitMEX, you want to put your bot on a VPS that is close to their servers, which is Dublin, Ireland. So when you do this, it really speeds up your order execution by multitudes. So if you have a server running in Ireland, you're on BitMEX, you have the best advantage out there.
yeah. We will make a quick list of where you can the best where you can best order the VPNs, and that will be all in the descriptions when we launch at 1 February. Yeah, if you already like this bot, we do have a pre-order discount at this moment. You will get 1 month free if you order it before the launch. Yeah, we are testing it now with, I think, around 30 people, and yeah, the bot is pretty stable, and we don't have a lot of bugs, and it goes all well, and yeah, we make profits with it, and you can do too. So I really hope you guys like the bot, and yeah, if you have some questions quick in between, just ask them and we will answer them, of course. Is there something more on this GUI that we need to show? Because we showed
Um, Yeah,
almost.
let's go back to the BitMEX side. If you can switch the stream over,
Let's go
and
back
then we
there.
should we should get to answering some questions. So whatever questions you guys have, just post it in the chat. I think there's
Yes.
a one question in there already. All right, and I will switch over to that screen. All right, so let's go back to
Yeah, it's there.
let me get that there. All right. So some future features. One thing I really like about BitMEX is something like you can just take your order, you just drag it around. So this is similar to Coinbase where you just click on your chart to price the order. BitMEX takes it a step further. You can amend your order right on the chart, but it doesn't let you price an order by clicking on the chart. So again, here's the mismatch in features that I was talking about earlier about how some exchanges offer one thing that's great, another offers something else. I want them all in one place. So in the future, one of the quick future things that we're going to do with this bot is so already there's a rudimentary chart. I mean, it's not trading view, but it's a chart. So I want to also be able to replicate those order controls on here where you just click on the chart and then you price your order and everything, and you can see a preview of everything. So lots of ideas, lots of new things that we're going to be implementing in the future. This bot has a really long roadmap. We're not going to leave you in the dirt with a bot that's getting stale. I add new features to this like almost every day. It's a very quick moving project.
Yeah. You will install a lot of new bots with John because he's a really hard worker, and yeah, the beta testers already can tell you this. If there's something wrong, you'll have a new build in five
Yeah,
minutes.
and if there's something that I miss, if there's like a feature request, you just put it out there. I'll look at it and I'll be like, this is a pretty good idea. I'll make its way into the bot.
Yes. So compared to
All
other
right.
bots, it's a really quick bot, and also with these order sets, normally you have to make these order strings in your trading view, and you have to adjust them there. The only thing what you need to do if you want to adjust your order, just adjust it into the GUI, press on save, and you don't even need to change the name in trading view. So
Yeah.
it's, yeah,
So you notice some bots out there, you would have to go into your alert and then you make this big old string, this big old line, and then it might not even be correct. And then when you have to go and change it, you have to go into trading view, you have to open all the alerts. It doesn't even show the whole thing. So you can do that with my bot as well. You can just directly copy this order into the exchange and it'll execute the single order. But I mean, as before, the really powerful feature here is you can pre-save the whole set of orders and then you don't have to change your alert. Your trading view alert will always stay as BTC long. And then just from the bot, you can make all the fine tuning adjustments. You see everything here. It's great. All right. I think should we go answer some questions here?
yeah. If there are questions, please ask
All right.
them.
So Conquer Crypto says, does it trade 25% per 35% you risk? So I think are you asking about
Max
the
position.
position sizing, I guess? So well, if that's the case, I'll just go over the position sizing over once. again, I mean, it's a little bit confusing, but it's a really powerful feature. So I'm going to cancel all the orders. So I was mentioning before, the
Let's say
purpose
they have
behind,
one BTC. Let's say they have one BTC and they want
yeah.
to
So
place
right
an
now
order
I
of
pretty much
point.
have, I mean, I pretty much have 1% of a BTC. I have 0.01 basically, right? So I'm gonna close my positions. I can close it from here too. All right. So say you want to trade 35% of your wallet max. So what you do is you do 35%. And then from here, you can do any order. You can do a limit long, you can limit short, whatever. It knows what side you're trading on. So you can do, so you can say you want to make a bunch of orders. Say with your first order, I want half of that 35%. So then if I execute this order, so again, you can use, make a new order set so I can demo this. Add the order. So it knows that if you're trying to place an order, a limit order with a 0% price, it knows that it's going to look for the bid. So this bid is going to be calculated when this alert hits. So you'll always get the newest bid. So you're not going to be fumbling around with the order, getting your order rejected because the price has moved, or being like not the first in line with the order book, whatever. Just little annoying things. It takes care of that all for you. All right, so I'm going to execute this order. So you see half of my 35% maximum allocation has been traded. So let me do that again. So now my full 35% allocation to this market has been made. So from here on out, it's not really going to let me push more. There's a little rounding. Nope. Yeah. So it's topped off. I can't order anymore. I've said that I only want to trade 35% of my wallet, and that's all I'm going to get. So this feature, if you understand it on BitMEX side, it it also applies to Binance. Binance will do the same thing. It'll take a look at not just the BTC that you have available. It'll look at your whole account and see how much is this whole account worth in Bitcoin. From there, it's going to size the order. So you can do the same thing you do in BitMEX in Binance. So Binance
Yes.
is really annoying because it's like, oh, I have 0.1 BTC available. I want to use half of that. And then now you kind of have to think about, how much is this in relation to what my account is worth? And then now that I have half left, I want to take another half. That's not an even interval. Just a lot of these calculations you don't have to do. It's all going to be handled.
And there will be also trading size in the future, so you can just tell the bot, "Yeah, I want to trade 0.02 or
Yeah,
something."
yeah. If
That
you
will be
want to
also
do
there.
just a constant amount, you will be able to do that in the future. I think most people, myself included, really like to do percentages because then you really compound your profits. Because really, you don't care how many satoshis it is. It's like how many satoshis can your account afford is
Yeah.
really the question.
Let's go over to the next question. Hey, I would like to know about trailing stops on BitMEX, if possible.
Okay, so trailing stop on BitMEX. I guess we can make an example since it's easy to see here. So a trailing stop is this. So a trailing stop just looks like a regular stop. So again, since I'm on BitMEX, I actually have to figure out how many contracts I have, and then trail value. Say I want to do, let's say like 100 USD below, and then to figure out which side I want to do. Oh, I need to do negative. So these are all the annoying things that you exchange. You have to figure out what side. You kind of gotta calculate things, and then you might end up on the wrong thing. When you do it through the order interface, it figures this all out for you. So I try to make it as hard as possible to mess up your order when you use Trexen to make your orders. All right, so we're just gonna set this sell stop now. So this is a trailing stop. So what this does is once this price moves, say the price moves up to here. If I can drag this up. Say the price moves up to here. Okay, whatever. I'll just amend it. This is a limit order, but just assume that the price moved up there. So if it does that, then, oh, let's get a limit order. I can't move it up there. Then the stock market will also move up like such. So as the price moves up, the stock market will move up. but the stock market will never move down. So it's kind of like a ratcheting effect. So the market will move up and up, and then once the price drops down too far, then the stop will trigger, and you will exit your position.
You're just locking
So
in your
that's trailing.
profits.
Yeah, so that's trailing stop on BitMEX in a nutshell, and that will be replicated onto Binance as well. So you can chase those profits without losing out.
Yeah.
Um,
Conquer Crypto is asking about
yep,
a VPN, I think.
VPS. So the VPS payment, VPS, I always recommend that you run off of a VPS. So you can run this bot on we're on Windows right now, but you can run it on Mac. You can run it on Linux, Ubuntu, whatever. There's a version of this actually also. You can configure it so that you don't need this visual interface. So say you just want to run a really cheap VPS. I think you can get one for like 250 or something, and it's just Linux. It's got like minimal system specs, but you can run this bot on there as well, and that's like 250 a month. Yeah, VPSs are always monthly fees,
You can also
so
pay
you can
for
set that up.
yearly subscriptions or something. That's also
Yeah, some
possible.
some
But
will give you a discount
yeah,
probably if you put in more, but yeah, I always recommend you use a VPS because you can really count on the internet connection for a VPS. And also the advantages of a VPS is, as I mentioned before, you want to locate your bot as close to the servers you're trading on as possible, so you get that extra competitive trading edge. So by using a VPS, you can choose a provider that allows you to place your server close to the exchange that you're trading on. All right. Next
yes.
question. Could we see one setup with buys and sells with the selected script for Binance and get it running? Having trouble doing it. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's more about
Yeah.
scripts. We can go over
After
scripts
after
later.
the questions and after we are done with talking about the bot and everything, I will just show how some scripts work, and I will explain some things about the scripts right after.
Okay.
So just hang
All right.
on, and you will be seeing some things of that later on. Um,
Can you
le-
use the default? Well, the idea is you want to, so when the script can only be set up to just say, the default can only be like just one string. So it just did sell, but the script doesn't know what pair you're trading. So it can't populate that for you.
no,
So you're always going to need to define what alert you want to have.
yes.
Um, Running on auto mode in BitMEX, can we go only one direction, long or short? Oh no, of course you can go both sides. I guess it's a little confusing because I have it labeled as buy and sell here, but this is really long and short. I can update that in a later build. So yeah, you can do both ways. It knows how to do everything depending on what side it is. It just knows how to do everything. If you find a way to order something so that it doesn't make sense, I'll fix it. But it's set up so that you really can't screw up
Yeah.
at all.
If you have a buy alert, you will close your short and you will go into a long and vice versa on your sell. So
Yeah,
you can trade both sides at just one alert. You can make all these orders in this order set, and it will just
yeah.
execute all
So
those things.
an example of something so that you don't screw up. Say you want to do like a TP order, right? TP is a take profit. So, and then you want to use this take profit for both longs or shorts. Very simple. This bot, if you just remove the side, so normally you would say, I want to limit close my long side, or I want to limit close my short side. So if you say that I don't want to say what side I want to close, it'll know whether or not you have a long side or if you have a short side. So let's actually just run through that right now, quick, since we're in this. So we have a long order right now. So I mean a long position right now. So we have 67 contracts. We're gonna do this current order. Oh, actually no, it's doing sells. Sorry, this needs to. Okay. So say I have a what was it? Limit close sell update order. Okay. So I do this current order, right? So I do TP limit close sell. So the bot says, hey, you're trying to limit close, but you don't have any sell positions. So I'm not going to do anything. um, I can't set, I had it set up on a different build. I think I don't have the latest, you don't have the latest build on this live stream, but on my own computer, on the newest build, it's set up so that if you don't set up the side, it just knows which side you're on and it'll just close either side.
Nice feature.
So conversely, yeah. So conversely, if you say if it's this going to be a buy side, limit close. I want this current order right here. Yeah. So now it works because you are limit closing the buy side. So
And
now
it's also
it
nice
lets you do that.
because in the history you see an open order. It's unrealized, it's still open, and it will close right after. So that is also a really nice feature to have. You will see your gains and losses right away.
Yeah. So it's really easy to tell. So it shows your position. I mean, you can see that on BitMEX obviously as well, but you can also see what P&L you're in. So you can say right now I'm 0, so everything is all red. And then you can see if your realized P&L is positive, it'll just color this green. So it's really easy to just tell everything that's happening on your account at a glance. So the goal is to save you time. I mean, we don't want to spend all day sitting at the charts, sitting at the exchange. We want to get in, out, and get on with our lives. So everything here is made with that in mind, is to make your life easier, to get your job done faster.
And automated
Um,
profits.
yeah, so Michael76, can the bot receive your signals directly? I'm not really sure what that question is, but as we were demoing for a lot of this live stream, you can place manual orders directly. And there's two ways to get your signals at this time. There will be more methods in the future. Telegram is another method that we will be implementing in the future. So right now it's you get your alerts from TradingView or you get your alerts from an email. And you can send an email from any email. So the email doesn't even have to come from TradingView. You could just send it from your personal email. Say you're just checking up on your account. Oh, I want to close this position. So then I would email myself, I want to close my long. So, and then it'll just execute the long
Yeah,
close.
you just email, and in the text you do the same as in your trading view alert, BTC long close, and it will just execute the order if you press on send with the email. So also that is a really nice feature for if you're on the road or something, and you see something on your phone and you can't control your bot because you have no computer or you have no access to your computer through your phone, and then you can just simply send an email and it's all done.
So another feature that is also in testing right now. Again, I have lots of goodies that I have on my development computer that are not live yet to the beta testers. But a feature is that you can see all of your account information on a spreadsheet. So if you have a Google account and a spreadsheet, you can the bot can output everything you see here onto a spreadsheet and also tell you if the bot is still live. So you can tell if, if you're running it from your own computer and your internet goes down, then you can tell that, oh, the bot hasn't been updating my spreadsheet. There must be something wrong. Or same with just little security safety measures to make sure everything is running smoothly and also make it easy to monitor your account. So you can also do that through Telegram as well. It can send periodic Telegram updates as well with the same kind of info. So lots of different ways.
Yes.
There's a question: is the bot going to pick a long position when an indicator gives a long position alert? Yeah, I mean that's how this is going to be done.
Close your
Oh
short
yeah, look.
and
So
go into a long.
we just got an order, but it was for Binance, and it doesn't have that order because this is a BitMEX bot, and it doesn't care. It just ignores it and keeps chugging on. So that's nice. Um, so yeah, so when you have a long alert, you would want to signal it with like a BTC long, uh,
Yeah,
order
and then
set,
it's
and
closing your
then
short.
vice versa. And then if you get a short signal, then you want to make sure that your short alert is set up with um, BTC short. Then it'll have the opposite one. But you set these orders up the way that you want them. You can name them whatever you want. You can set whatever you want. Like this is just an example. You could do whatever you want here. You can combine any number of orders together. It calculates everything for you. It just handles everything. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want.
If you
I
just
have
want to
it.
do a market buy or a market sell, it's also good.
Yeah,
It will also execute
yeah,
it. You don't have to do all these uh, order sets with take profit and stop losses if you don't want to. If you're sure
Yeah, you could
about your
just make
trading
it
view,
dumb and just do just straight market buy, cancel orders, market close, market buy, etc. Back and forth. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want.
yes. So that's that.
Um, the Trading View add-on will be on the Chrome store.
For
Yeah, the
launch,
Trading View
it will.
extension. Yeah. The during launch that ATS extension is going to be on the Chrome store.
Yes, you can simply download
Um,
it, and also before launch, there will be installations videos. There will be videos about creating the order strings and just some more explanation on some short videos, so it's easier and you don't have to read all through the wiki that we have. So
yeah. And also, I mean, we try to guide you through the whole process. Like, you could just go home, open this bot up, just plug in your API keys, which are stored locally, by the way. So you're not giving your API keys out to a website. So, if you're trading, if you're doing like a cloud platform thing, they have your API keys. They can see everything that you're doing and they sell your information. Like, you don't have to worry about that here. The
no,
API keys are stored locally, and then you open the bot. It's very simple, plug and play. You do like a mouse over a particular feature. It helps you out with gives you little tips on what does what. There's help everywhere. We will be writing more documentation, as Jordy mentioned as well, to give
yes.
more in-depth information about all the different
And
features.
also, you don't have to give out your API key for a license because we have our own license system. So you will never see your API key or your secret. And yeah, the bots that are in the air, in the cloud, uh, they are a target from hackers because they are stored with all those API keys. And if they want to hack us, they need to hack all your computers. So we are less targets for also for those kind of problems. That's also a good feature in my eyes. Um,
All right.
that
Is there
were all the
anything else on the
questions, I
bot side,
think.
or yeah, I think
No,
that's about
I
it for
I
questions.
think that's about the bot side. So I will
Okay.
switch over to. I will just drag it down here. So the BitMEX thing is done. I will do this here. I'll make this one here. And we just had some orders, as I just saw. Let me look where my Binance is. And as you see, it bought the data, and it have set a stop limit, but before the sell, it just canceled the stop limit order, so it could sell. It didn't sell yet, but this is all the capabilities of what we just all discussed. So yeah, I think it's a good time to go over the trading view scripts. As you see, we had a lot of sell alerts here, and the bot will just show where is it that it didn't have that volume. We didn't bought it before, so it just say we don't have it. We can't do anything, and go on to the next one. So these are the scripts, and as you see, yeah, we have a lot of different scripts, and they all have their own speciality. And because of this bot, and the bot is so smart to just buy one time, we can even use the aggressive. And some people don't know what it is, so I will just explain a little bit about that. So in the style, because in the style you can turn on each little thing what you want to see on the chart and whatnot. So I don't prefer to see the bar close by. That is the normal buy. So in other scripts, you will only use those buys and those sells. But with our scripts, not all of them, but the most of them, you can use the aggressive buy. And what it means, it's an unconfirmed buy, and it will appear and disappear. So sometimes you, with other bots, you will buy 3, 4, 5 times, but with this feature, you can just tell the bot, even if I get 5 signals, I just buy it one time. So
Yeah, so you can ignore duplicates, or another way is, say you like those.
yeah, so
If you're getting a bunch of bias signals, maybe some are better than others,
so
so
because
you
of
can set that maximum position so that you don't overbuy and overspend.
no, but because of this feature, look what it does. It's almost 1 percentages that you have on extra gain, and here a 0.3. So that is a point or a 1.2. percentages of more gains because you use this aggressive function in our scripts. And as you see, it buys all bottoms, it sells all tops, and it is really profitable if you have the right settings and if you do this the right way. And I know scripts are not the easiest to set because normally you will see a RSI or a MACD or a Starch RSI, and we have our own indicators. You don't have these in the public indicator. So yeah, this is a fairly easy script. So what you see here, how you will set a script, it's just like this. We have a number of things that you can set. You can also hide your lines if you want. You can hide your stop losses and take profits because you can also uh, mini scalp with a take profit or a point 0.3 or a point 0.5 or a 1% or whatever you want, and also with the stop losses. I personally don't use them too much, but it's a nice option, and some traders will use this strategy because it can be really profitable. Uh, for an example, this is just a bot X strategy, and yeah, as you see, there is no MACD and no RSI here, so it is a bit confusing for some people. But what I always advise to people is just go buy them one by one and just change the values bit by bit, and you will see them changing or not. Let's say if I make it point 0.5, I will get a lot of different buy and sell signals, you see? And now it's not so profitable anymore because you will see that the buy now is here. And if I go back to 1, you will see this buy will be placed at the low. So what is most important if you guys are trying our script, because I know some of you are watching now, and it's just important to know all these little things. It's just playing with them one by one, and you will find a profitable setting. And you know, we are. I personally don't like the high kinesia, and if you do the high kinesia, it looks beautiful. Yes, I know. And then you go to the strategy tester, and then it's not even showing good results now because the strategy tester won't be always right. Because if you look to my setting with normal settings, it just gives me a 33% profitable. But I know it's profitable because if you look to the buys and the sells, so I will just turn off in the style the bar close because I don't use it. The strategy tester will always calculate from the bar close buy and the bar close sell. So it will just not calculate all this missed profits. So don't look too much to the backtester if you use our scripts because some scripts are good the with backtesting. Let me see where the script was. Where is it? Oh, I think I accidentally closed it. If you guys give me 1 second, I can open it real quick. I need to find the link.
So I'm just gonna jump in really quick.
Yeah,
So
go over.
what he's trying to say is, oftentimes your backtest results will show good gains, but in practice the results may or may not be as good. There's a lot happening on the trading view side. You know, things get averaged out. What you see is usually not what you get.
No,
So the ATS line is nice in that regard that what you see is what you get, but also there's a good chance that you'll also get more than what you see because the back test can only be calculated on these confirmed signals, so to speak. Whereas the aggressive entries are unconfirmed signals. You know, it comes on the candle before. You have some level of confidence that that level that needs to be crossed has been crossed, but the candle needs to close for it to be confirmed. So by using that aggressive entry, you're able to enter in right away and get a better entry. So there's a good chance, depending on your setting, depending on your coin, that the back tests will actually show less profit than what you actually do gain in real life.
yes,
And combined with all the ordering features in Trexen, potentially could be even more. You know, with
yeah,
Trexen, you have all your risk management is just all built in. You can set a risk reward for every single trade, regardless of what the strategy is saying. You can say, I want risk reward 1 to 2. You can set like a stop at 1, profit taking at 2. You could set multiple profit takings, you know, whatever you would normally need to do as a trader, you will be able to do with the bot.
let me. I can just open it like this because this script is special made for BitMEX. It will take a little bit of time because this script is really advanced, and also if you change something in here, it will take some time to load because there are too many things in there. This is a script to accumulate. So you just place all little orders in there, long and short. And as you see, even with normal oh wait, it's not with normal candles now. But even with normal candles, it will show a very big profitability, 88%. And normally it is a big difference with high Kineshi. Like you can have a 80% profitable with high Kineshi, but if you turn it to normal candles, it will just show 20, 30, 40% profitable. So this script is very good, and all our scripts are non-repainting. If you see a repaint, we will just do something about it right away. But I know the scripts are not repainting. I tested it myself a lot of times, and yeah, the scripts are really they can be really good, but you need to know what you're doing. So we also focus on the people from TradingView because the average Joe, we will make it all easier for them because John has some amazing program. John, can you tell me something about that automated backtesting tool of you? Because
Right. So an earlier project was an automated backtesting tool. So what the tool does in a nutshell is it does what you would normally do as you're sitting here tuning your script, you're changing settings, you're looking at the profit, you're kind of trying to keep track of all those values all those results and trying to pick out the best one. So it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot of manual labor, and it can take you hours and hours, and it's a never ending process. So my automated backtesting tool, what it does is it will go through everything, and it'll plug in numbers, whatever numbers that you want. So you set up, say, I want to test values from 1 to 10. And then for this box, I want to test values from like 2 to 20, whatever. So it'll open up your account, it'll start plugging in all those numbers, all the combinations of numbers, and then it will go and read the results, and it'll save them into a file, and then you have all your data right there in a matter of depending on how many values you have tested, but
yes,
it's going to
I
be
think
way
this
faster
script
than
will
to use
not
a human.
this script will not be good for your backtest, John. I can show you some
Yeah,
things, and
yeah, but I mean,
this is for the
depending on the script,
experienced,
obviously.
more experienced traders. As you see, this is a new script that we have, but you can use like 20 different EMA lines, and you can press all the values like you want. The EMA of the 5, of the 35, you can make it 100, you can make it 50, you can change anything to decide where you buy and where you sell. And also you can tell them to buy below or buy above, or only if it's crossing both, or there are just a lot of options in here that you can use, and this script is what for the more experienced traders. And we will make videos on how to make settings for each script. I will be starting with that next week because I know it's not an easy job for a lot of people in here. Um, because yeah, if you open a script, it won't look like this. Yeah, I can show you something if you want to. Then we just load a new. So we open just this one. Let's delete all the indicators. So let's open up a script to show you how it looks when you bought your subscription to this library. You will open up a script. As you see, we have many, many, many scripts, and we will have a list of which script you can use at first and which script you should use later on when you have some more experience. So let's start with the ATS Rango because that is a very easy script to set up. You will see it like this. Uh, it's it looks like yeah, I don't know how to say it, but it looks like shit. Um, so yeah, you need to adjust this. So at first you will decide your time frame. That is of course the most important thing what you want. Do you want to make short trades on the 5 minutes? Because with our bot, it's possible to do it on the 5 minutes if you have a good VPN, because then you buy instantly. Um, I prefer always the 30 minutes. It's okay, but 1 hour is it's in my eyes. It's doing really good. And then you have to decide what do you want to trade. How do you want to trade? Do you want to trade with take profits and stop losses, or do you want just a buy and a sell with a trailing. So yeah, let's say we want to use a buy and a sell and the trailing. So at first, what I do is cut out these like profit signals and triggers and lines because they are annoying in my screen, and now it already looks a lot better. So what I do next is I go to the style because you can um, change anything here. I also never like to have the purple trades on the chart. So this is how I start with a script because this will make it a little bit easier for everyone. So the aggressive sell, you won't see it a lot because the colors. So what I do, I make the aggressive sell, I make it always yellow, and I make the aggressive buy, I make it white. So now you see the big difference between a normal sell or a normal buy and an aggressive buy. So what I do after, I will, because in this script you can use the aggressive buy if you use our bot, because if you use another bot with email system or whatever you want to use, that's also okay, but you have to use the bar close because they don't have the option that the ATS Trexen bot have. So now we have everything that we need um, to start with tweaking the settings. So now what you see, there is a buy here and a sell, and it's not looking very profitable. Some will be profitable, but mostly, this one should have sold here, and this is just not profitable. This one should have sold here, and now it's sold here. So this is just not very nice. Also, let's take an altcoin. Let's say take a chart. That one is very volatile. So this already looks better, you see, because every coin has a different, um, it has a different pattern. So for each coin, you need to change your settings and you need to tweak them. And you don't need to tweak them like completely. You just go by values one by one. And about these settings, there are just 3 settings in here that will place your buy and your sells. And let's say we make it first 3, and I know around these numbers. Oh, it's just 2 settings. You can choose for pyramiding orders. You can make 10 orders. So you will have spread orders and you will have a lot of orders. I don't like that. I just like one on one. So what you see now in the backtester, it doesn't look very good. But what I do to backtest, because I'm my own backtester, I will just go on how these profits were. This was a 5%. But even on this one, this was a bad one. Oh, wait, I forgot something. We said we used it on trailing. So we need to push on the trailing cell. I always do it around 2%. So what that means, it's just like the built-in trailing stops, what is in the ATS Trexen. It goes up, it will go down 2%. And as you see, it was at the top here. No, it calculates not that weak. Calculates from the candle close, and it's around 2% of your trailing will go off earlier than your aggressive buy in here. So what is the best thing to see if the script is profitable? Is just to go down the trades. This one is a bad trade because not every trade will be in a profit. You cannot have that. You will never find a script that does it. Never. So you will have to look to risk management. How much more gains do you make compared to the losses do you make? So what I do, I go also down to this little um, trade because normally it would have sold before it goes down. So yeah, we made some small profits also, but sometimes it can be a loss, and especially if you have a slow VPN or a slow internet connection or you don't have anything good on that. So this will be a tight loss, and maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's a percentage. But even all these things, you will never see a big sell of 10%. I mean, you all trade manually. I know that for sure. And you all always lost like 5%, 10%, whatever you lost. So the most scripts that are not too complicated, like these easy ones, like the Rango, like the BotX, like trend bot. That ones are the fairly easy scripts. Also with this script, I have said it. It looks like a lot of bad trades in your eyes, maybe, but I look to it like this. It's just a small gain, and I look to this one like this. It's even a little gain, and even if it's a little loss, it doesn't matter because if it goes in the uptrend, you will make those percentages again. And we can go. Let's say what was a big pump? Which coin did I had a big pump? I thought QXBC. That one had a big pump lately. Yeah, this is just set on the lower time. Which one had a big? John, do you know a coin that had a big pump lately?
To be honest, I've
Yes,
been
here.
programming for the
Okay.
past like
Yes, 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 yes,
I
yes,
have
yes.
not been
I know,
looking
I
at
know. So
I won't
what
been
you
looking
see
at the
here,
numbers.
even though if you have some mini trades and it looks like very bad because it was a big pump, but even this little trades like here were 2% of gain, and you have these all days longs. It's just crazy. And then you see a big pump like this, but it will catch all the pumps. You see, and now you have a pump with 93%, and you have catched it. So if you set all your scripts and you set on 30 pairs, whatever you want, you can catch all these pumps because just run your script, and you will make some losses during the road. But just one of these things, and you have gained it back all your small losses that you made. And I know that the losses that you make are not more than a few percent, only if you did something wrong. But if you set the scripts on the right way, you will see that it's going good. So let's see, we were here. Okay. Let me delete these things. They are way. So this is how you set up a script, and it isn't rocket science, but you need to want to learn these things. You do want to, you need, yeah, how do you say that? You need to have some drive to learn all these things and to understand the scripts and to try it and to just play with it. I have played for hours, for months, for every day. It's don't think that I do this very easily because also for me, it's the same as for you. I also need to play with them to see if they are profitable. And sometimes I just quit because I can't find it and I just go on to another script. Just go on to the next one. And we are busy with making good guidelines, which script you can use the best for experienced traders, for beginners, for everything. And also we will share some guideline links. So let's say this is a guideline. What I can do in our GitHub hockey, I can just share this link with you, and you can just copy the link, just what I did with this script earlier, and you will have the same thing on the same coin on the same time frame, and the only thing what you need to do is to just adjust the coin, adjust the time frame to what you want, and to just go and play a little bit with it. Just move them up inch by inch or even after the comma. Oh, this one can't be, but this one can. So all these small things, and you can even do it like this, all these small things will have influence on your buy and your sell. So this is an easy script. If you go to this is the trend bot strategy. This is the one. We have two trend bots. We have the one and the two. This one is also easy. It's just one, two settings, and you can also play with the sources. That will also make a difference in the buy and the sells. What we did in the Trendbot 2 is we make them both separate. So now we can have one for the buy and one for the sell, and not uh, just one for both. So this is why the Trendbot 2 is it's a little bit more better. This is the Trendbot 2, and you see now you can just do them on both. It's just a copy of what we had in one, but just divided x2. So yeah, you can just play with it around, and it's really not that hard. And I know why it's hard because people look to the backtester. Also in here, the backtester doesn't show a lot of profitability. It shows profit, but it doesn't show a lot of. I don't prefer high Kineshi because yeah, we have some explanation to get up. It's just um, the price is not the same. You know, if the price is here, it's 1739, and the real time price can be 1750 or whatever. It's just not the same because it's calculating by a formula and it's not like a normal candle. So it is profitable. It looks nice. You can use it. You can use it on each script. I just prefer the normal candles because it's more accurate. With an instant bot, if you have set up your VPN, you will just buy exact at this cross. At least at the test that I did the past weeks, it will buy exact on these spots. So um, yeah, that was it for the scripts, I think. And we will make some videos about each script. So later on, I will go in on that more. And if you have some questions, please ask them now. I do see some more questions. For $50 a month per month, you get the membership. No, I will just show you what you got. This is the website of Altcoin Trading Services. We just launched it, so you might see some things that we will change in the future. We have some good experience from some users. They are loving the systems that we use and the profits that we make because the Signal channel also is doing amazing with lots of profits. But if we go to the prices, what do you get? So we have the price of the bot. You can buy monthly. If you buy it now before launch, you will get 1 month free for us. Also on the script library. So you can choose for doing a 6 month, you get a month free. You can do the 12 months and you get 3 months free. Or you pick the lifetime. We also have that for the scripts because they are separate. I know there are guys out there that sells like maybe 4 or 5 scripts for $500 a month, and it's a lot. We just decided to make one price 150. You always get new scripts, so we will publish maybe each week a new script. You will get this for this price. You will never ever have to do something to pay something more than this price. If you have some good ideas for a script, Gemini will make it. I know that for sure. And you don't need to pay extra, just pay your monthly fee. If you want the combination of the ATS Trexen bot and the ATS Script library, it's 175 a month. If you do a pre-order now, you will get 1 month free. So yeah, I know it may see that it's a high price, and maybe for some it is, but if you see the profits that you can make with it, you will gain this money back at least in the first week if you make the right settings and you do it on the right way. And we will help you here. We will always be here. We have a support of 24/7, and we will help you with all those settings. And if you need one-on-one support with a team viewer, we will be there. Of course, if we get 100 people in once, you might have to wait a little bit, but um, we will help you, and we will help you making settings and sharing IDs, and we will always be there to give you the best support that you needed. And it's all included in this fee.
Yeah, so just jumping in there, I mean, it is a there are some things out there that you pay one time
Yeah.
and it might seem like a good deal. You buy a bot, you pay a one-time fee and you get it for a lifetime. All right. So once they have your money, why do they care about you? They don't care about you anymore. They have your money already. So the monthly subscription, it keeps us on our toes. If we want to continue doing business with you, um, we have to provide a good product and a good service so that you will keep subscribing. So if we gave you a one-time fee, then and we have no incentive to help you out anymore. So with
And
this monthly subscription, you pay the monthly subscription. If you're not happy, then you just don't subscribe, and
no,
you can cut off your subscription at any time if we're not providing the services that the level of service that you expect from us.
yes.
So this keeps us all accountable with the monthly subscription.
Yes. And I know you can make a lot of profits. Just as I show you in this chart that you can catch those 90% pump without doing anything. Just create one time your alerts. Just run your bot and you can run it 24/7 without touching it. You just need to make the settings one time. Because even in a downtrend, I can show you some what does the script does in a downtrend, because people get scared in downtrends. I'm not. Because in a downtrend, even here, I can make it less buys and sells. I can. That's not a big deal. But even in the downtrend, it will try to catch little trades, as you see here. And right before it drops, you see it in here. It drops, it drops, it drops. And if it's really dropping like this, so if you have a crash like this, it will not buy back. It will only buy back if it thinks it goes up. But if it goes down again, it will sell. It will. So I'm not too worried about downtrends. And um,
So to jump in also, I mean, if there is a trend, I mean, the trend is your friend. If you trade on BitMEX, if you're unfamiliar with BitMEX trading, it means that if you are in a short and then the price plummets, then you are making a lot of money.
yeah,
So margin trading on BitMEX allows you to profit from either direction. If the market is going up, you profit. If the market is going down, you profit. As long as you're on the right side of the trade, you'll profit. You don't have to wait for the price to go up again. I know that the crypto market health is not that great right now, but it's great if you're doing shorts from say
yes,
like November. Your script caught a shorts on November and it plummeted. You made a ton of money
yeah.
if you
And
caught
that
that
is
move.
just what I'm saying. I wouldn't recommend these small trades on BitMEX. I'm sure of that.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
more this is more altcoin things. But even if you got scared, like some people has 10, 20 BTC, and that's a lot of money if BTC goes down. And if you are in 20 trades, you will have a problem. So what you do then, you just liquidate everything to USDT. And as just John said before, if we go into this bull trend and else go down because BTC is going up, just sell it into BTC. You have all these options, and I know for sure this thing is a really good bot. And I still can't believe it myself if sometimes if I see this bot running and I see all this executing of these trades, and it's really helpful to see if it's working. And that's why we also decided to give you all a 7-day trial on the scripts and on the bot, because we are sure of our products. We know it's profitable. We know what is out there, and we know what we have. Um, the only thing, if you pre-order now, you can just have the monthly free for the bot, for the scripts, for both. That is how you decide it. The only problem with that is you can't buy with PayPal, because with PayPal it's a subscription option, and with crypto we will send you a renewal link each month. So that is the options that you guys have, and we do have some new features in the future, like a marketplace. We are building that in the background. The systems are already ready. um, like we have a few analysts in our Signal group. Just to give a small example, I don't know if you guys know that we have a Signal channel, but yes, we also have that. Um, so we have been calculating the P&L update from 1 January till now. We made over 60 accurate signals and 35 success. Only 7 failed. And also about that, we will be honest and we just tell the things here. But these are all the profits that we made. Even one 33 percentages. So 46, 184, 111, 11. Sorry, I'm Dutch. So sometimes you will hear that on my phones. But these are big profits. And what we can do in the future if we build that marketplace, because I have 2 analysts and they are already building their portfolio and they are already practicing on the background on how to control your bots. So they know how to pick coins, as you see here. This is the proof. And you can go to all over the history they are. And you can check it in your Binance, in your trading view, whatever you like. It are real-time profits. So what we are building on the background is a marketplace. We will be you will be able to see their portfolios. How many trades do they do a week? How many profits do they make? How many losses do they make? And you can subscribe to those guys. And if you want to, they will give your bot signals. So you don't even need a trading view script. You can just use it for your manual trading, and you can just subscribe to good traders that give your bot the signals. But that's future talk, and we are busy with implementing. And I don't know if it's next week or if it's in 3 months. But this feature will be in there, and it's included in the price. The bot is not hiring the price or whatever. I do have to say it is an introduction price. We might go higher in the for the further future. We don't know that yet, but we are building a lot of futures in the background that we didn't even discuss here. You will see a lot of good things of us, and it's an introduction price. For the next coming time, it will be this. So don't worry about hiring the price sooner or later or whatever. And the marketplace is just a subscription to the guys. It will not be a more value to the bot or whatever. So don't be worried to that. I really hope you have some more questions. If not, I think we have discussed everything what you need to know about the ATS Trexen bot and the ATS script library at this moment. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I really hope that you like it. And I hope to see you back as our customers soon.
Yep. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yes. Okay. Uh, Guys, we will see you around in the support channels. Just you can join it on Discord and on Telegram if you want to ask us some more questions after the live stream. And I think we are done for now. So we will just cut off the live stream if you don't have any more questions.
Yeah, and we can post the. Can we post the Discord link to
Oh
the?
yeah, we can. Um, Let me see if I have it real quick.
I got the invite link. I'll post the invite link. This is to the Discord.
Yeah, I also have it here. So
All right, I posted the link already for the Discord.
in
You
the
can
chat,
contact us there.
I didn't
Yeah,
see it in the chat.
chat, in the YouTube chat. But also, if you go to the website altcointradingservices.com, I mean, all the
Yeah,
contact
all the
information is
links are
there.
there. So
Telegram, Discord, whatever you prefer. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah, or wait until we launch and try a trial, or buy now
So
and
that launch date is February 1st.
yes,
That's so it's coming up soon. There will be a couple extra goodies that are not shown in this live stream that will be available first. They'll just have to wait and see.
yes, you'll
All
be
right.
happy with it. For that I'm sure. So or wait for the trial, or buy now and get your 1 month free. We will see you around, and thank you for watching. Okay,
All
bye
right.
bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.